this is me, Nikki Sinha, and a very warm welcome to our YouTube channel. I really hope that you guys are doing well. So in the last class, we had a discussion regarding the causes of the revolt of 1857. And today our topic of discussion is going to be something called the centers of revolt. So here we're going to discuss the important centers or the important locations in which the revolt happened. All right. So let's start with this. Okay. So the first location that we're going to discuss is Lucknow. And when did the revolt start in Lucknow? It started on 4th June 1857. These dates are important, and whatever I'm underlining is quite important. Now, who was fighting from the British side? So from the British side, it was Henry Lawrence, all right, who had taken shelter in the Residency along with several other Europeans who were killed, all right. So Henry Lawrence, when Lucknow was attacked, he had taken refuge in a fortified Residency along with other Europeans, and a lot of the Europeans were killed in this battle, okay, in the battle of 1857. Now, attempts were made to take over Lucknow by Havelock and Outram, but these attempts were unsuccessful. But finally, in November, new attempts were made under Colin Campbell, and this was successful. So yes, Henry Lawrence has hidden himself, or you can say he has taken refuge in a fortified Residency, all right, which was now under the control of the rebellions, which were now under the control of the people who were revolting, that is Indians. But attempts were made to take over this Residency, or at least take over Lucknow, by Henry Havelock and James Outram, but this was not successful. And finally, we have Colin Campbell, who was appointed as the head of the British Army. He made an attempt, and then he was successful in taking over, or he was successful in conquering or reconquering Lucknow. Okay. The next one that we have is Kanpur, and the revolt here begins on 5th June 1857. Now here the revolt was led by Nana Sahib, who was the adopted son of Peshwa Bajirao II, and he was also assisted by Tatya Tope. All right. So basically, Nana Sahib had asked the Britishers to give him the pension that was being given to his father. Now, because Nana Sahib was an adopted son, that is why the Britishers were not really keen on giving him the pension that was being given to Peshwa Bajirao II. All right. And that is one of the reasons why Nana Sahib revolted against the Britishers. Okay. So in December 1857, Colin Campbell, he had overtaken Kanpur as well. Nana Sahib had ultimately fled to Nepal, and Tatya Tope continued the struggle. He was betrayed by his friend Man Singh in April 1859, and he was later hanged by the Britishers after a brief trial. Who are they talking about here? So, Nana Sahib had left for Nepal, all right. Tatya Tope was the one who was betrayed by his friend, and he was the one who was hanged by the Britishers later on, but he did continue the struggle for a very long time. Okay. Then we have Jhansi. Now, I don't think I need to tell you about Jhansi, because Jhansi is, very much ingrained in our minds, in our hearts, in our blood, you can say. Khoob ladi mardani, wo to Jhansi wali Rani thi. So, Rani Lakshmi Bai, who was the widow of Gangadhar Rao, she had her relationship estranged with the Britishers when the Britishers refused to recognize her adopted son as the legal heir to the throne. All right. So, according to the doctrine of lapse, states which were directly framed or which were directly created with the British help, now those states were not allowed to adopt. Jhansi being one such state, and was not allowed to adopt. So, as a result, when Gangadhar Rao died, he left Jhansi without any heir. So, Queen of Jhansi adopted Damodar Rao as her son, and she wrote a letter to the Governor General asking him to recognize this adoption. But the adoption recognition failed. So the Britishers failed to adopt. They refused to recognize this adoption. Fine. And as a result, Lakshmi Bai also revolted against the Britishers. She joined the revolt on 5th June 1857 and died fighting on 17th June 1858. Now, her battle is a battle of glory. Her battle is a battle of, you can say, what she went through when she was fighting with the Britishers. I have read a few things and I have learned, and while she was fighting with the Britishers, one of the Britishers have attacked her on her head, all right, and her skull was, sort of split open. She was bleeding profusely. She was bleeding very much, but even then she fought. She fought, and that is why General Hugh Rose, who was fighting from the British side in Jhansi, he has written that she was one of the most strongest rebel forces that he had ever seen. Okay, Faizabad. In Faizabad, the rebel fought under the leadership of Maulvi Ahmadullah. All right. Now he was shot to death. He was shot to death on the borders of Rohilkhand by the British loyalists on 5th June 1858. So he was not shot by the Britishers, but he was shot by the British loyalists, people who were loyal to the British Empire. All right. Next. Then we have Bareilly. So in Bareilly, we have Khan Bahadur Khan, who led the revolt, all right, and he proclaimed himself as the Nawab, but then he was defeated by Colin Campbell, all right, and he was sentenced to death. Please remember the leader here and please remember who fought from the British side. Now in Bihar, we have a zamindar of Jagdishpur, Kunwar Singh, who took up arms against the Britishers, all right. He successfully kept up the struggle till he died on 26th April 1858. Now, I want to tell you something about Kunwar Singh because I belong to Bihar, very proud of him. He was 80 years of age when he joined the revolt. Can you imagine? A person who was 80 years of age, and that is when he joined the revolt. And you know what happened? In one of the battles, he was shot in his arm. Now, he could not go to the doctor, get himself treated because there was a battle that he had to fight on the very next day. So, you know what he did? He cut off his arm so that infection would not spread, tied bandages to it, and came back the very next day to fight in the battle. And he was doing this at the age of 80. Can you imagine? This is how much people wanted to get rid of the Britishers. All right. Then we have Assam. So in Assam, Maniram Dutt was the one who attempted to revolt and proclaimed his grandson of the last Ahom king as the ruler. All right, please remember who's the leader. It is Maniram Dutt. Okay? He was later arrested and then he was hanged. All right. Lastly, we have two places here, Orissa and Rajasthan. So in Orissa, the Prince of Sambhalpur, Surendra Shahi and Ujjwal Shahi, they emerged as the leaders of the revolt. Fine. 1862, Surendra Shahi was forced to surrender. Can you imagine? He had led the revolt for quite some time. From 1857 to 62, he was able to carry on the revolt. In Rajasthan, Kota emerged as the center of rebel activities, which was being led by Jai Dayal and his brother Hardayal. So these are the two leaders of the revolt, and the place of the revolt is Kota. So Jai Dayal was subsequently caught and blown away to pieces by a cannon. So he was tied in front of the cannon. The cannon was fired and then he was blown away to pieces, and that is how he died. All right. So that's about it, guys. These are some of the important centers of the revolt. Please remember the few details that we have just jotted down over here. Please remember who fought from the Indian side, the Indian leader. Please remember who fought from the British side. Please remember the date on which the revolt started, the date on which they have surrendered, all right? And most importantly, remember the exact location. If you're talking about Rajasthan, remember it started in Kota. So remember the exact location. So what all do you have to remember in here? You have to remember the Indian leaders. You have to remember the British leaders. You have to remember the date of start. You have to remember the date of surrender. All right. And you have to remember the exact location. Okay. So this is what you have to remember. These are the few pointers that you have to remember when you're doing your locations or centers of the revolt. All right. So that's about it from my side, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Most importantly, you found this video useful. You have all the information at one place. I've already given you a brief of what you have to learn from here. All right. So I really hope that this video was useful for you. If you still have any doubts, any considerations, anything that you want to ask, please feel free to write them down in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to address it with you all. This is me, Nikki Sinha, signing off. I will see you in the next video with a new topic. Till then, please take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.